back to the channel. My name is Darcel Marshall, and I am here to let you know what and what not to do from my life experience. As you already know, I do it for the homies and the hoes, who are in this mid-transition crisis of learning to leave the dark and walk into the light, just like myself. My only purpose of this channel is to let you know the mistakes that I made and to let you know the gains that I've gotten by turning away from what no longer serves me and by wanting to grow. Now, this is again a faith-based channel. It's not, just regular stuff. It's, I do believe in God and I do believe in a higher power. So I know sometimes your religion do or do not, but I am also open and friendly and respect everyone, no matter who you pray to. Let me get that clear, because addiction doesn't have any biasness, or prostitution don't have any biases. Going through dark time does not have any biases, regardless of your race, your religion. We've all been through it and can't go through it. So today it has been put upon my heart to share with you guys a dream that I had. Now, if you guys know me personally or know anything about me, you know I am gifted. Very much so gifted. Been running from my gift for a long time, but I learned to embrace it. And I am also a messenger, and I don't want to see anybody go through anything that I've been through in my life, or I don't want to see anybody going through it or in a confused state on how to get away from it. So let's jump into this dream. Last night, I woke up around 4 o'clock in the morning. I had this dream. Now, in this dream, I met an older gentleman. He was super older gentleman. Met an older gentleman. He invited me to his home. It was big, beautiful, huge. His house was like a mall. It was a huge house. It was super huge. It had everything that I want. We'll just say that inside of it, from the foods that I like to eat to the community of people I crave to fellowship with. Cookout going on in the backyard. People were playing spades. And it was decorated to my liking. The house had all the stuff that I want my house to look like. And, it was just beautiful. I met this gentleman at the door, and super sweet guy, absolutely sweet, but he still had a firmness to him, like a very diplomatic firmness to him. Met him at the door. He gave me a tour of the house. We went into the kitchen, and there was this 5-star kitchen where I would hope to want my house to look like one day. He showed me the pantry. It was filled with all the snacks that I love to eat. He took me to the many bedrooms and the many bathrooms, and they're always just so elaborate. And then here was a plot twist. So, here was the plot twist. We went into what looked like it to be a garage. And then all of a sudden, at first it was just us two in this big elaborate house, except for the garage in the backyard. We went to the garage where it looked like there was a table full of, we'll just say I'm gonna call them what they were, demons. With a table full of demons sitting there playing dominoes. Some of them playing dominoes in the corner. You have people in the background playing spades. You have people outside and just congregating, whatever, as if you would, things that I like and yearn for. And I stood around while he sat at the head of the table and spoke to these gentlemen who were there, and overhearing their conversation. It's like, you can use her to traffic GUNS. I don't want to get flagged or whatever on this video. You can use her because she has connections to where she can go get this. She has connections to where she can go get that. She can be used in this home. We can use her. Let her stay. We all are in agreement to let her stay, but you have to consecrate her. And I'm like, okay, this is not a conversation I was obviously supposed to have been hearing, but I heard it anyway, because whatever. So I act like I was in the corner just looking around, just observing everything. I didn't even hear the conversation. And so this gentleman told me, hey, stand up, come here, come follow me. He took me to one of the bedrooms that were upstairs in this mansion of a house, and he sat back in this black leather recliner that was broke, and for some reason that stuck in my mind. And he proceeded to have me perform some acts on him or what have you. for some reason, when I went to oblige, because my mind was so taken back by everything that I saw that was going on around me, I'm like, okay, I would be so quick to oblige to whatever you want to do so that I can stay here. This is everything that I ever wanted. It's everything that, you know, I really, really want and need. And so upon that, my lips just started swelling up. My face swelled up. My lips swelled up to the point where I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even do it. And he saw it. And when he began to see that I couldn't perform the act or perform for him, he got upset. He got upset and he just was like, okay, cool, whatever. He just like threw his hand away, rolled his eyes, and walked back to the garage. And then I just stood there like, oh shit, now what? Like, why is all of a sudden my lips and stuff swelling up? Why is all of a sudden my face and stuff swelling up? You know, if I can't do this act, if I can't perform this act, then I'm not going to be able to stay here with this man in this elaborate house that has everything I want and need. And then overhear the conversation when he went downstairs and said, oh, she's no good to me. And everybody else was like, no, still let her stay. She can still be used. She can still be used. And in the dream after that, it was like all of a sudden, everything in the house changed from what I wanted. I got a tap on the shoulder by a young lady. In the dream, this young lady was super young. She could have been probably 23, 24. A light-skinned lady with natural hair. And she tapped me on the shoulder like, hey, you know, this is my first time here. You mind showing me around the house? It's beautiful, but it's so big. I don't want to get lost. So I'm like, yeah, you know. So in my mind, I'm going to show her the same thing, to give her the same tour that he gave me when I arrived to this house. I took this young lady, the first thing I took her to was a kitchen. Now, the kitchen still had the same setup, but now it had a personal chef. The pantry still had the same setup, but now it was more so what to her liking. The house was still the same, but it was decorated in a way that appealed to her. And instead of all the bathrooms, there were hot tubs all on the floor, and it appealed to her. She's like, oh my God, I love hot tubs. Oh my God, I always wanted to have a personal chef. Oh my God, this is all my favorite snacks already here. You know, took her to this room where there were like many beautician stations, and they all were stocked with makeup, brushes, eyelashes, everything that appeared to her, like really appealed to her, was like, it all of a sudden changed from my liking to hers. And as I'm giving her this tour, I'm like, yeah, all of this stuff is included in the house. You know, if you decide to come here, you will have access to whatever it is that's here that you want. You know. And then I stopped at one of the beautician stations where there were like eyelashes. I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes he likes for us to wear these. So these are here, you know, all this stuff is here. The curling irons and flat irons are here for you to be able to look like what he wants you to look like. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, you know, but this is still in the dream. So kept moving along, kept sending this young lady on a tour guide. As I'm moving through the mansion, now I see that everything is more so based off for sex. You know, I'm in this is for sex. Like all the hot tubs had things, and you know, sorry, say I don't want to get flagged. Please don't flag me like for performing. We'll just say performing acts. The hot tub was shaped in a way that, you know, like a love couch. I know we all know what that is. And the beds were heart shaped. There was champagne and flowers and balloons everywhere. Went to take her to show her this closet where there were different costumes and different, you know, stuff like that. You catch my drift. But I woke up from this dream. It was 4:00 and I decided to write it down and I decided to share it. So interpretation of that dream, what I got from it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who interpret dreams, but this was the devil. This is what I know I desired. You know, what I always wanted. And it came in the form of having to do a performance for this guy, and for some reason God made me not able to do so. He blocked it. I knew it was nothing but the power of God who blocked it for me to be able to do so, because had I would have done it, I would have belonged to this man. For whatever reason, this man decided to keep me. Now, here's the part that I did miss. So I ended up going to the grocery store. I ended up at a grocery store in a dream shortly after that, and there were African American people in this grocery store who were plain clothes, you know, regular people. And I just overheard their conversation saying, we know she ain't sell out that fast. I know she ain't sell out that fast. I know she didn't sell herself short for nothing. I know she didn't. And then another young African American lady walked past me. She had a child. in the shopping cart, and I just hear her say, listen, swoosh it away. You got to learn how to swoosh it away. You have to learn how to swoosh away the energy. You have to learn how to swoosh away. And she didn't stop and told me. She said this to me as she was walking past me in the shopping cart. You got to learn how to swoosh away the things that desires him, that attracts him. Swoosh it away. Swoosh it away. All I kept seeing her and hearing her do, swoosh away. So that message and that dream was powerful. So I have been struggling with wanting to shed these layers of myself, who yearns for the nice car, and who yearns for the fly wardrobe, and who yearns for to have everything I ever want to need at my fingertips. And you know, that's not good to do, because when I get to that, I start wanting to do whatever it takes to obtain these things instead of waiting for God, and instead of waiting for it to come bless me in a good way, instead of having to be a part of something that I know that I cannot be a part of. And it also just kind of, I took that dream also as a warning, that people, demonic spirits and demonic groups and demonic things will try to tempt me with these things in order for me to be a part of what they have going on, and I need to be clutched. So I took it as a warning, and I had to get up here this morning and let you guys know about that dream, because it might, some of the message in that dream might hit a little harder for you depending on what about it, and it just was here to share it about this dream. And again, it was just a little warning for myself. If you stayed through the whole video and watched it, thank you. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Whatever platform it pops up to you. I am trying to grow my audience, as you can tell. Don't forget, another day clean and sober. Another day of pissing people off. Another day of making people proud. Just another day with Dee Dee. Have a good day.